Long before the age of the dinosaurs, Earth was home to a variety of terrifying creatures that ruled the planet. From giant arthropods to monstrous fish, these prehistoric beasts were some of the most fearsome predators to ever roam the land and sea. In fact, many of these creatures were so deadly that they make even the most ferocious dinosaurs look tame by comparison. So, let's explore the terrifying world that existed before the age of the dinosaurs. Each of these species had unique adaptations that allowed them to survive and thrive in their respective environments before the dinosaurs. One such creature was the giant predatory arthropod known as the eurypterid, also called the sea scorpion. Eurypterids, commonly known as sea scorpions, were a group of arthropods that lived during the Paleozoic era, between about 541 and 252 million years ago. They were one of the largest arthropods to have ever lived, with some species reaching lengths of up to 8 feet. Eurypterids had a body plan similar to modern-day scorpions, with a head, thorax, and tail. Their tail, or telson, was equipped with a sharp stinger, which they used to catch and kill their prey. Some species of eurypterids also had large claws that they used to grab and hold on to their prey. Despite their name, most eurypterids were actually marine creatures, although some species were adapted to life in freshwater rivers and lakes. They were opportunistic predators, feeding on a variety of prey, including fish, other arthropods, and even early amphibians. One of the most famous eurypterid species is Archaeopteryx renanii, which lived during the late Devonian period about 390 million years ago. Despite their intimidating size and predatory behavior, eurypterids eventually went extinct, along with many other species during the end Permian mass extinction, which occurred about 252 million years ago. Another one in the list is Dimetrodon. It was a genus of predatory synapsids that lived during the Permian period about 295 to 272 million years ago. Despite being commonly mistaken for a dinosaur, it actually lived before the first dinosaurs evolved. Dimetrodon was a large animal, reaching lengths of up to 13 feet and weighing up to 500 pounds. It had a distinctive sail on its back, which was likely used for thermoregulation, display, or a combination of both. The sail was formed by elongated spines extending from the vertebrae and was covered in skin. Dimetrodon had a skull that was over 2 feet long and was armed with sharp teeth. It was an apex predator, feeding on a variety of prey, including fish, amphibians, and other synapsids. One of the most notable features of Dimetrodon was its heterodont teeth, meaning that it had different types of teeth for different tasks. Its canines were used for stabbing and killing prey, while its incisors were used for slicing flesh. Its molars were used for grinding and crushing plant material, making it one of the first animals to have a mixed diet of both meat and plants. Despite its impressive size and predatory abilities, Dimetrodon eventually went extinct along with many other species during the Permian-Triassic extinction event, about 252 million years ago. However, its fossils have provided valuable insights into the evolution of early synapsids and the ecological niches they occupied. The next terrifying creature is trilobites, a diverse group of extinct marine arthropods that lived from the early Cambrian to the end of the Permian period, about 521 to 252 million years ago. They were one of the most successful animal groups of the Paleozoic era, with over 20,000 described species. Trilobites had a distinctive body plan, with a flattened, oval-shaped body and a hard exoskeleton divided into 3 sections: the head, body, and tail. They had jointed legs and antennae that they used for sensory purposes and locomotion. Trilobites occupied a wide range of ecological niches in the marine environment, from shallow waters to deep sea. Some species were herbivorous, feeding on algae and other small organisms, while others were predators, feeding on smaller animals or scavenging dead organisms. One of the most notable features of trilobites was their remarkable diversity in body shape and size. Some species were as small as a few millimeters, while others were over 2 feet long. Some had ornate spines and projections on their exoskeleton, while others were smooth and streamlined. Despite their success, trilobites eventually went extinct during the end Permian mass extinction, about 252 million years ago, which wiped out over 90% of all marine species. However, their fossils are abundant and provide valuable information about the evolution of arthropods and the ecological history of the Paleozoic era. Another one in the list is Anomalocaris, an extinct genus of predatory arthropod that lived during the Cambrian period about 515 million years ago. It is known from a large number of fossils found in various locations around the world, including Canada, China, and Australia. Anomalocaris was a relatively large animal for its time, reaching up to 3 feet in length. It had a long, segmented body with a pair of large, compound eyes on stalks, as well as several pairs of spiny appendages that it likely used for grasping and manipulating prey. One of the most distinctive features of Anomalocaris was its circular mouth, which was lined with razor-sharp teeth. It had a flexible, expandable mouth opening that it could use to suck in and crush small prey, such as trilobites, brachiopods, and other arthropods. Despite its fearsome appearance, Anomalocaris was likely a relatively slow swimmer, using its long, undulating body to move through the water. It's thought to have occupied a similar ecological niche to modern-day predatory arthropods, such as mantis shrimp and cone snails. Anomalocaris is an important fossil for scientists studying the early evolution of complex life on Earth. It is considered a key transformational fossil between the primitive soft-bodied animals of the Ediacaran period and the more complex diverse organisms that arose during the Cambrian explosion. Next one is Helicoprion, an extinct genus of cartilaginous fish that lived during the Permian period around 290 million years ago. It is known from fossils found in various locations around the world, including North America, Europe, and Asia. One of the most distinctive features of Helicoprion is its spiral-shaped tooth whorl, which was first discovered in the late 19th century. Helicoprion likely fed on a variety of prey, including other fish, squid, and crustaceans. Its spiral-shaped tooth whorl would have been constantly growing, with new teeth being added to the back of the whorl as the older teeth were shed and lost. Helicoprion was a relatively large fish for its time, reaching up to 15 feet in length. It had a streamlined body and a powerful tail fin that it used for swimming. It likely inhabited shallow seas and coastal regions, where it could hunt and feed on a variety of prey. Helicoprion is an important fossil for scientists studying the evolution of sharks and other cartilaginous fish. Its unique tooth whorl had been the subject of much debate and speculation, and it continues to be a fascinating and enigmatic mystery of the ancient oceans. Another in the list is Dunkleosteus, an extinct genus of heavily armored fish that lived during the Devonian period, around 380 million years ago. It is known from fossils found in various locations around the world, including North America, Europe, and Africa. Dunkleosteus was a large fish reaching up to 20 feet in length and weighing over a ton. It had a heavily armored head that was covered in bony plates, which likely served to protect it from predators and to aid it in its predatory pursuits. One of the most distinctive features of Dunkleosteus was its powerful jaw, which was lined with sharp, bony plates that it used to crush and consume its prey. It had a relatively small mouth opening, and would have had to use its powerful biting and grinding motions to break through the tough exoskeletons of its prey, which included other fish and invertebrates. Dunkleosteus is an important fossil record for scientists studying the evolution of fish and other aquatic life. Its heavily armored body and powerful jaws are examples of the unique adaptations that organisms can develop to survive and thrive in their respective environments. So this was all about how terrifying creatures on Earth were before dinosaurs. If you want to get more such updates, hit the bell icon and subscribe to this channel. Also, let us know in the comments section how you find it. By knowing about unique species, we get an idea of how the world, climate, and wilderness was in historic times. We get to know about several new concepts we never knew ever existed. Did you know about how Tyrannosaurus rex was able to grow so large compared to most other predatory dinosaurs? Click the video on your screen to know more about it.